offering out the coin and but God cannot bless you. And the reason why in the church people are giving a lot, they cannot be blessed is because they are not following the principles of God. Yeah.
So that's the foundation of our conversation this morning. Juliana is going to handle that bit, and the man you just saw on the screen is right here with us. I greet you.
I receive.
I hope you're well.
My
Reverend Daniel Donkoh.
Yes, please.
Good to see you.
Nice meeting you too.
I was just talking to you out there that I'm a great fan. From afar, I've been watching you from afar.
Thank you so much.
So when I saw, I was like, oh, you're coming. Good to see you. Good to. So how are things?
By God's grace, God has been faithful to us. We're still pushing the gospel, and that is the most important thing.
Okay, I've been following lots of your stuff.
Yes, sir.
What really informs your sermons or your messages? Because it's so blunt. You don't miss words and all that.
Yeah, actually, when I entered into the ministry, I discovered that a few things were not right in ministry. The truth is not being told. Pastors want to make riches without thinking about the members and their welfare. Few things were not right. So I said to myself, no, if God want to use somebody to speak the truth, God should use me. That's all. So, and then you will not be used by God without reading.
That's true.
So you need to be a good reader as well.
I'm glad you said that.
Yes, you need to prepare. The fact that you are called by God doesn't mean you should just rely on the anointing. Zeal without knowledge, it's going nowhere. So you have to do a lot of reading. You have to pray for wisdom to be able to, give it out. So that's all.
All right, and you talked about pastors. Someone watching us will say, but you're also a pastor. So are you also part of?
Yeah. But we have different kinds of pastors. The fact that somebody puts on a clerical doesn't make him a pastor.
Okay.
And so the fact that somebody calls himself a pastor, it doesn't mean the world should accept him as a pastor. And so, I mean, for me, you can't just call everybody a pastor simply because they said they are. And the fact that you have followers doesn't make you a pastor, because even the devil has followers.
I like that. Okay, so what makes you a pastor then?
It's number one, the calling of God. Number two, your fruits, your character. You can't preach what you don't practice.
Okay.
You understand? So you cannot say you are a leader, and yet the people who are watching you cannot get anything from you, the leader. And so what makes you a pastor? Number one, the calling of God. Number two, your deeds, your fruits, your character, your leadership qualities. That makes you a pastor.
All right, so in other words, the message is as important as the messenger.
Yes, of course. You can't preach what you don't practice.
All right. There's this other notion that usually we get these strong messages and very straight way of talking because of the hype that comes with it, because the pastors want that exposure. Everybody will be talking about them. They'll get the buzz, they'll get the trending, they'll get the traffic. Then suddenly the church becomes big, and that's the whole concept. So usually, just leave them, give them 1 year, 2 years. You will become like the others, because now the church will become very big. So the sermons is just to get people to come. Do you get such notion too?
Yes. I quite remember I met a man. The man said, "Hey, who's what starting?" Who's what my own? We'll say, and then I looked at him. I told him, we have come to stay. Trust me. You see, you cannot work for Jesus, and you are not looking for endurance. You are not looking for staying long in the system. Jesus came for a short time, but he was able to do what he was called to do. And so for me, coming into ministry is not just about a year, two. As long as you live, once you said you are called by God, you should be able to hit the target.
And sustain that message, irrespective of
sustain the heat. Sometimes people go like, when you preach the right message, you don't get the results you want, and people who speak the truth, their churches it's not true. When it is in God's time and God wants to make all things possible, meaningful, graceful, God knows how to fix it. All you need to do is to be in the timings of God. That's all. So you don't need to rush. Once God goes through fire, you see the quality of it. That's all. So for me, I don't think it's about coming to the system today and then tomorrow you walk out of the scene because now you have the fame. You know, no.
Talking about you.
In fame, is
because you're trending. You know,
yeah, it's by God's grace.
That's really trending.
It's by God's grace. If you come into the scene and then all of a sudden you disappear, there's something wrong with you. It's not about God; it's about the person. Yeah.
Could it be that from the beginning it was about God, but along the line you just move off the path? It becomes about you, the individual.
He that think he stands should be careful lest he falls. So the possibility of you falling sometimes is very high. Once upon a time, the devil was a bright morning star, and then pride entered.
I know, right? Yeah.
You know, he was created well, but he couldn't end well. So sometimes the fact that you are called by God doesn't mean you'll be there forever. You need to check your spirituality all the time. You are preaching to the people to change, but you yourself need to keep working on yourself daily. By the word you are preaching, so that you will not fall. So it's highly possible.
Okay. Juliana will be talking to him more, and the subject is going to be on honoring our parents, which is very, very critical. I mean, let's go for one other video of his. We'll come back and we'll continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Died. The rich man also died, and the other one was in Abraham's bosom, and they mentioned not riches and wealth. Young lady, you are beautiful. It is not enough. You must have a good name, because men marry good names, not only beauty. What are you doing to protect your name? You don't care about what you do to get what you want. Ladies and gentlemen, you can get everything you want to get, but if you don't have a good name, that which you have will not be respected in society. The fact that you have money in the church, when you have $5,000 are over, doesn't mean you can do anything anyhow in the church. You must have a good name. The fact that you are a man of God doesn't mean people must follow you. You must have a good name. Oh, the son of David, have mercy. What was about the name of David? Why should you mention the name David? The gentleman mentioned the name David because whenever you mention the name David, heaven is revived. And we shall all appear before God. And the book was open, and another book was open. Naka book could be a year. Assume 10 houses, 27 cars. He was the first person who brought that type of car to Ghana. No! Even heaven contained names, not riches and wealth. The richer man died upon all his clothes, designer wear, silly thing. Upon all that the man did on earth, it was not recognized in heaven. If heaven is looking for a name, why don't you create a name on earth before heaven accepts you? John Wesley, dead and gone. Kwame Nkrumah, dead and gone. Nelson Mandela, dead and gone. But you cannot mention Nelson Mandela without his quotes. A good name is better than riches. And the surprise thing is that all these people are mentioning their names. But physically they had money. They had wealth. They were business entrepreneurs. They were big guys. But when you mention their name, you don't talk about their wealth. You talk about their impact. And when you mention your name, when you are dead and gone, what can your name do? A good name is an important aspect in life from generation to generation. Some names can provoke favor. Some names can open doors. And some names can also shut doors. Certain names can get you a job without interview. What is your name associated to and connected to? Your body adjoa yeso eko concerning. Your body yeso ne komanye. Your bokomna yeso no odidi atem. Your boy afia yeso muade. Just your book consensual, your name is remembered. Yet your boy Jesus I say he's the signs and wonders man. Don't ever act, think, and do anything without thinking about your name. Why? Because even though you need riches and wealth, a good name is better than riches and wealth. Listen.
Welcome back. That was another massive video of his, and he's our guest here. And Julie's going to talk to him briefly, then we'll go for a newspaper headline.
Yes,
Julie.
sure. Also, you're welcome again.
Thank you, madam.
The way you're trending and causing traffic on social media. How is it feeling like?
It creates awareness, carefulness. I mean, it's good, but don't feel good. Just be careful that the same people who are making you trend, if you make a mistake, the same people will make you trend.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes.
So
the same trending.
It's not trending. So even though by the grace of God, God is causing men to push you. You can't trend without men. So God is using men. And so it's nice, it's good, but you need to be careful as well.
All right. Right.
You need to stay humble. The higher you go, the humble you must be.
How do you sustain that? I mean, not being carried away, staying humble, and still being within the calling of God. It's a bit tricky. Everybody's talking about you. You are out there. You still have to remain humble, and you still have to remain in that calling of God. How do you do that?
Always remember where God picked you from. To make you humble. That's all.
But we're humans, you know. Sometimes when the human aspect drives in like that.
I mean, if you are human, then the spirit part of you, there's a problem. You understand?
You can't ignore the human aspect too.
Yes, you can't, but you must always remember that the Spirit of God guides you, corrects you. He's always guiding you to make sure you don't fall into a trap. You understand? So once you remember where God picked you from humble beginning, and He has been able to place you where you are, it's kind of guides you. Because the same God who lifted you is the same God who can pull you down.
Anyway, all right. So
it's basically being aware.
Yes, you just need to be very careful of yourself
and not being complacent.
Definitely.
Okay.
Very important.
That's great.
what's the difference between marriage material and a good tailor? It looks like
you're pushing me somewhere.
Let's talk about this one. I will do newspaper headline. I'll leave you to me alone. You had this one. There's a marriage material.
You've been watching a lot of this.
You had this marriage material and blah blah blah. That was sometimes not the material, but sometimes the tailor too is the problem.
I mean, no matter how good you are as a woman,
Yes.
who you date, who you marry matters. And sometimes you have a lot of qualities. You're a good, beautiful woman with a good heart, but unfortunately you fall into the hands of a wrong man, a wrong tailor, and then they mess your destiny up.
That's fair.
And it's like nothing comes out. That's why in life, whenever you want to date as a woman, as a man you want to marry, you need to be careful who you choose. You make sure you don't choose the wrong seamstress or the wrong tailor. Your material may be very quality, very expensive, but if care is not taken, the tailor can mess it up.
Oh, that's deep
Oh yeah.
and revealing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That one is very important. I say this.
So don't just meet anybody and say I love you. I want to marry you. I think you are beautiful.
Hey, I'm sure we have a platform for that.
Some of you look at yourself and the mistakes you have committed in the past, and it's still affecting you. But I came to tell you that the end of your story is more important than the mistakes you have committed already. Even if once upon a time you were a lesbian and you were homosexual, it doesn't matter anymore. Once you decide to change, your future is important. Don't ever let somebody describe you from your past to affect your present. Why? Because you are who you are today, not what you did yesterday. You know that whenever you talk about somebody's past and you think you are disgracing them, somebody is looking for them to help them. Every champion make mistakes. There is no one who hasn't made mistakes. When you meet a rich man who is driving a good car and has dressed nice, good perfume, and you are wishing to become like him, he hasn't told you the challenges of life. And he has never told you how many times he has failed. But ladies and gentlemen, the fact that they look nice on the outside doesn't mean they have never made mistakes. Hey, and you know, somebody catch us, sister, making mistakes means you are a champion. Once I made a mistake, nevertheless, I came, and my father still wants to celebrate me and make me an hero. Charlie, I am still a champion. Once you made a mistake and you are not dead, God hasn't killed you and you are still alive, sister, you are a champion. Because the mistakes you have committed is the same mistakes somebody committed and yet died. You committed it, you are still surviving. God is holding your life because you have a brighter future. This life is too short to waste time on what is already done. Abrabawai, and you're too short. Said the piano will sooner the I didn't tell my mistake. No, sister, forget it and move forward. You can't rewind time and change what has already happened. Sister, don't let the mistakes of life kill you. Forgive yourself. There are better things ahead of you. You can't change the past, but you can choose how to react to the past. The prodigal son came back, and I'm sure that the gentleman heard that the elder brother has started making negative comments. Papa, me know but the gentleman said, I don't care about my past and I will not pay attention.
Hello, you're welcome back. It's still breakfast on Ghana television. Remember, wherever you're watching us from, we're coming to you live from the nation's broadcasting house here in the capital, Accra. The first commandment that was given to the prophet Moses by God Almighty with a promise saying that children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, that it may be well with you, and that you may live long on this earth. Ephesians 6:1-3 says so. This morning, we are focusing on honoring our parents as children with a man whose sermon is trending and causing traffic on social media. We are talking about Reverend Daniel Donkoh, who is coming from the Royal Believers Ministry. Join us and let's get educated. Reverend, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're blessed to have you this morning.
I'm blessed to have you also.
Awesome.
Wow.
Great. How are you?
I'm blessed.
You're blessed.
Hey, blessed.
And how are you taking the trending?
Enjoying it.
You're enjoying it.
Yes.
I'm very happy this morning. Okay, right. Reverend, let's just get started.
Okay.
Yes. Enlighten us. You're talking about children honoring their parents. Enlighten us on this commandment with a promise. You know, God gave Moses commandments, 10 commandments, but one has a promise. Just give us some kind of insight into this one.
One of the things you need to understand is that the commandment was given to Moses by God, so that it will guide man.
Okay.
Okay, right from the beginning, there wasn't any commandment. So why this time? God wanted people to live correct in terms of our moral life.
Okay.
So God gave this commandment to Moses and said, go read it to the people, so that they will know what to do and what they shouldn't do. Because without this commandment, without this law, they will do what they want to do, not what I want them to do. And so out of the 10 commandments, there's this other one that I'm so concerned about. That comes with a promise.
Yes.
So why should it come with a promise? It tells you that God was really emphasizing on something.
Okay.
And when you read the book of Ephesians, the Bible says that when you obey your parents, number one, you will enjoy longevity.
Yeah.
And number two, you will enjoy life. So it tells you that to enjoy longevity and success in life, you don't need prayer. I'm not saying prayer is no good.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that once you follow the principles of God, there are some blessings you don't need to ask God. Okay. It is given to you because it is yours. You know, something that belongs to you, you must not ask for.
Okay.
Because you are. You understand what I'm saying? So there are some blessings we are praying for. For example, no, once you take care of your parents, it comes with a promise.
Okay.
Then you will live long.
Okay.
And you succeed in whatever you do on this earth.
All right. Reverend, is that to say that even when you are not living well or right with God, and you follow these principles, you will still be blessed?
Yes. Whether you are an unbeliever or a believer, it has nothing to do with your spirituality.
Okay, so specifically this promise, this commandment with a promise is meant to tell us that there is so much in giving or honoring our parents than just being their child.
Yes. You know, God is so wonderful that in creation, when God started, he created man, and then later on said, it is not good for man to live alone. And then God added a woman. So it should tell you that in the plan of God, God had parents in mind. All right, to jump from the Old Testament to the New Testament, even when God wanted to come to this earth, this planet earth, to be able to redeem man from his sin, God decided to come through parents.
Okay.
Look at this. So for God to come through parents, it should tell you that there is something unique about parents.
Okay.
You know, when God created Adam and Eve, God told Adam specially, he said, multiply, subdue, be fruitful.
Yes.
In other words, where I have ended my creation, continue from there.
And then you can replenish.
Thank you. So it tells you that in the authority of God, where he ended, he gave it to man.
Okay.
And so parents are people who carry authority. In other words, parents are like the God of this earth.
Okay.
Small g.
Yes.
You understand? So whatever God can do in heaven, parents, they have the same authority over the lives of their children. And that is why when the father curses you, you will need to go.
We'll get there about the cases of parents.
All right.
So just about this whole thing, that specific commandment, you think that, what do you think God gave it specifically and attached the promise? You've mentioned it quite a bit, but practically, do you think that because he knows that human beings, without knowing that there are consequences thereof, we will ignore our responsibilities?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You know, like I said earlier on, parents are like God.
Okay.
And the way you honor God must be the same way you honor your parents. The way you go to God and say please must be the same way you must learn how to say please to your parents.
Okay.
You understand? So not respecting your parents is as equal to not respecting God.
All right, that's deep. Reverend, in one of your sermons, you made mention of the fact that if what you can do for your pastor, you can do for your parents, then you're a fool. And you said it with a swag. When you finish, you just stand. What it means is that case closed. Why the statement?
Your pastor was called by God.
Okay.
Your parents were chosen by God.
Okay.
God can decide not to call me.
Okay.
In fact, I am by force. Yeah. But your parents, you don't have any choice. You may not like where you came from.
Okay.
But that is the plan of God for you. And so just imagine when somebody is called and somebody is chosen. Who do you choose? So we are not saying you don't honor a pastor. We are not saying you don't respect your pastor. But we are saying that you cannot buy one expensive phone for your pastor when your mother does not have a phone. When your father does not have a phone. Whatever you think your pastor can enjoy, your parents must enjoy it first before it goes to your pastor. Where was your pastor when your mother and your father were struggling to raise you up? Where were they? Come on, let's be real. We shouldn't spiritualize everything here and say, my spiritual father, my spiritual father.
Yes.
Me, whatever you give me, you can't give to your parents. I'm sorry. On set once again. Okay, so as we are saying, I mean, sometimes I really get shocked. Christmas Day, Pastor's Appreciation Day, and then you see our church members coming to honor us, and they come with big gifts. Expensive phone, expensive suits. It's like some of them are so rich that they can buy you ticket to Dubai. When was the last time you bought ticket for your mother? Who told you it's not important?
Yes.
So my problem is we are celebrating our pastors more than our parents.
All right.
And it's not a blessing.
And that is clear. But Reverend, if it is this crystal clear, then why are people ignoring their parents and cherishing their past? Is this the doctrine?
Lack of knowledge.
Okay.
My people perish. Thank you.
Yes.
And the sad thing is that most of the pastors, I don't want to say pastors, most of the pastors are not giving the right doctrine to the church members. Because you see, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. It will not make you free, it will set you free. So once people live in ignorance and they don't know the blessings attached to parenthood, that if you take off your parents, you will be blessed. I mean, once you don't know, you will not do.
Okay, so lack of knowledge.
Yes, and people think the more you give to pastors and the more you give to their wives and the more you submit to them, the more blessed you are. The truth is that the more you serve your parents, you are not respect them, the blessed you become.
All right. Another statement you made whilst preaching was that if there's anybody you want to celebrate, it should be your parents and no one else. Pastor, Reverend, how do you reconcile this with 1 Timothy 5:17, which says that those who serve deserve double honor? They are worthy of double honor. So how do you reconcile this? If there's somebody to be honored, it should be your parents and not other people.
All right, so listen, the first people who served you are your parents, not your pastors.
Okay.
Let's be real here.
Okay.
I mean, when you were growing up, your parents.
Yes.
School fees, your parents. Where were these pastors? You understand what I'm saying? And some of the parents had to sweat. Those days, they sell everything they have only to make sure they take you to one of the best schools so that you become somebody. Look at the price your parents are paying. And you tell me the pastor you saw yesterday should enjoy the blessing God has given you today? No. You've had a big no. So even though the pastor is working for God and we need to honor him, you must understand that the first person who must be honored should be your parents, not your pastor.
And if that is the case, in view of this, educate us on why people are ashamed to even show their parents. People sometimes, like you're saying, and so because you are a prominent person, people are even ashamed. Educate us on that. Why do we do that sometimes?
Sometimes it's not about being prominent. Sometimes it's about ignorance. Listen to me. Most of our ladies, they branded themselves in such a way that and the way our branding and the cars, she drives, or the car she drives, baby, our two or West Lagos, East Lagos, now she doesn't want you to see the parents, especially the mother or the father, because they look so for her, they look so ugly. You know, it's like it's any tea. You know, excuse me to say, me to me nine me nimi now be shame mama na oh no. Now, if you are ashamed of your parents,
are they? No.
Oh come on.
Oh right.
If you are ashamed of your parents, God will be ashamed of you.
Okay.
Because your parents are the God of your life on this earth.
It's just like being ashamed of the gospel.
Thank you.
Right.
So if you go to church and celebrate God, but you can't celebrate your parents, you have broken the law. In fact, grace will not work for you.
Okay.
It's an insult in the spirit. And so what we are saying is that why should you be ashamed of your parents? Should have been ashamed of them to tell them, I'm ashamed I came from this family. You understand?
Yes.
They've been able to go through this pain to raise you up, and they'll think crying, and they'll tear bruchery, and then they will say, almost same fatal. You know, those in a bruchery can do shopping for their girlfriends.
Yes.
Or can do this shopping for their girlfriends. Or ban why shopping for the girlfriend. But or ban what toughen back. It's a curse, it's not a blessing.
It's a curse. Oh wow. Then tell us the notion behind your statement that said that anybody who cannot take care of his or her parent, even an unbeliever, is better than you.
Yes, First Timothy chapter 5, the Bible says that anybody who cannot take care of his relatives,
okay,
and then take care of his household.
Yeah.
The Bible says that an unbeliever is even better than you.
That is biblical.
It's an insult.
Okay.
And so God is trying to say that even unbelievers, they do it.
Wow.
They take care of their parents.
Okay.
They take care of the elderly. And so you call yourself a child of God and you don't respect your parents, you don't obey them, you dishonor them, you don't want to bring them to public, you are ashamed of them. I'm sorry, your prayer can be hindered.
Okay. Okay. So is that why some people may not be religious, may not be Christians, but because they're doing the right thing, they keep increasing? Is that the reason?
Religiosity doesn't mean success.
Okay.
Don't think because you speak in tongues, God must make you successful.
Okay.
No. And that is where people are getting it wrong. They are speaking in tongues, clapping their hands, shaking their feet, doing all that kind of thing. They are still lacking. See, once you don't follow the ways of God, you lack.
Okay. We'll get there. Why people are giving, but they still lack.
Yes, because see, when there is something right to do, to be right, and you don't do, you get things wrong.
All right. But Reverend, you were talking about the fact that this is a parent who did all she could or he could to raise the child. What about those irresponsible parents? What about that? If a child or is a child is embittered and would therefore want to punish the parent, is he wrong? Is she wrong?
Do you want to punish someone you call your parents by not giving them money? Yet God has blessed you. Listen.
Probably because they did something that...
No matter what they did,
okay,
you don't punish them.
All right.
Heaven punishes them.
Okay.
You see, when you want to pay back evil to evil, you don't succeed.
Yes.
You pay evil with good.
Okay.
That is biblical. So whether they took care of you or not, do your part.
Okay.
God will do the rest.
Okay.
Don't be embittered. Don't be bitter by your parents and say, when I was a child, this and that and that. Failures are full of excuses.
Okay.
Great men, they face responsibilities. They take responsibility. So what we are saying is that no matter how you were treated, whether they did well or not, you don't have any excuse. Do your part, God will do the rest.
And in actual fact, it's in your best interest.
Thank you.
All right, so I am enjoying it. It's getting interesting. I'm sure viewers at home is up close with Reverend Daniel Donkoh of Royal Believers Ministry. We are talking about children honoring their parents. Join and stay. Reverend, let me ask you.
Okay.
Then, what is right? Is it right for people to give so much at church and yet so little at home? Most often, and so you end up giving more at church, yet home is suffering. Is it right?
It's totally wrong.
What are the implications?
The Bible says that anybody who cannot take care of his house,
Yes.
especially men of God.
Yes.
Who is a man of God?
As a pastor.
No. Anybody choosing, called by God as a Christian, you're already a man of God.
Okay.
And the Bible says that if you cannot take care of your house, how do you take care of the church?
So we calling pastors men of God is wrong.
No, it's good.
Okay.
They are in their office.
Okay.
But everybody has been called by God.
That's right.
You understand?
That's
so
right.
how do you carry money to church? Give to God when your brother, your mother, your father is treated bad. You know, the other day Jesus said, when I was in prison, you didn't visit me.
Exactly.
When I was naked, you didn't clothe me. When I was thirsty, no water to drink. They said, Jesus, you. No, it's not true. Are you telling us a story or what? Okay. Jesus said, because you did not do it for these ones. You did not do it unto me. Once your parents lack, they are in poverty. You can't supply their needs. You can't provide for them. Yeah. You can't protect them. And you go to church to give offering. The offering may be received by men, but heaven cannot open doors for you.
Wow. I think it's the right time at this juncture to then brief us on the principles of giving. Give us the principles of giving.
Listen, the truth of the scripture is this. Whenever you want to give to God, you must be able to settle your home before you give.
Yeah.
And that is why the other day Jesus said, anybody who goes to the church to give an offering and you are not in good terms with your brother,
yes.
Go back home. Go reconcile. So just to also but the truth is that you'll not be blessed. Yes. Because once you fight with your brother, you are fighting with God. The God you don't see, you say you love him. You know, your brother you see, you hate him. Are you not hypocrite? You are. You understand? So when it comes to giving, give in the right place. Don't give to suit anybody. Give because you have been ordered by God to give.
Right.
You are led.
You are led. So why is it that some people give so much at church, yet they are not getting the blessings?
Sometimes they give with the wrong motive.
Okay. Share with us some of them.
For example, people go to church to give so that people will know they are the Don Vito of the church.
They give it. The list.
Like Charlie, you bought Tarzan who are big now, you know. And then it's like, wow. You know, sister, with your friend, you see, let me say this.
Or they tin anymore.
Or they tin anymore. Wrong motive.
Okay.
You know, God look at God watches the motive of men before he blesses them. Okay. Men will look on the outward and say, oh, you giver. Heaven looks on the inside and say, oh, you give up there, then so you natural. So once you are hypocrite and the motive is wrong, you may be giving humanly in the sight of men. We will take the money and clap for you, but heaven will reject you. So we must understand that no matter how much you give in church, your pastor is not the one holding the book of life. To say that because you were a good giver, the day of rapture, when we get to heaven, I will talk to God and say, you know, you come in, you go out. No. So for me, whenever you want to give with the right motive so that you'll be blessed. Don't suit anybody in church. That's all.
That's one thing you said in one of your sermons once again, that if you give to your parents and go to church and you don't even give an offering, you can chest out and say that you'll be blessed. Yeah. Why is it that giving to your parents attract divine blessings?
Because they are the God of your life.
But the opposite attract curses.
Yeah, because they are the God of your life.
Okay.
I mean, look, let me be real here, okay? In the authorities of God, when you take God out, we can't take him out. Holy Spirit, we beg you. God, we beg you. But when you take God out of the scene, imagine there is no God. And your parents are the one who created you. Is that how you honor them and worship them? You know, when you go to church, you want to please God. You want to worship God. You want to do everything possible to attract God. That is what you must do for your parents. To attract God's blessing. Whatever God can do for you, God will use your parents to do for you.
Oh, wow, that is interesting. So the mere fact that they are the channel of your living is enough.
Yes, in the Old Testament, when a father wants his son to be blessed, he will just speak over you, and then you become who you are destined to be. For example, Abraham blessed Isaac. You know, when Isaac was about to die, he invited his sons. His son, let me be real, he invited Esau and said, can you go cook for me, go kill some game, come cook some sweet meal for me. After eating, me, I'll bless you. And then Jacob had to be smart. You understand? So it tells you that fathers are like God, parents are like God. Once they utter a word over your life, heaven watches to perform.
That leads me to my next question. Reverend, others believe that parents' words are stronger than that of pastors. Why?
It is because, you see, when it comes to authorities, listen, let me say this. No matter how anointed you are, sin can limit it. No matter how anointed you are, sin can limit the anointing. You know, when it comes to the anointing, you grow in the anointing. You work it daily. Parents don't work for anointing. They don't work for authority. Once it has been given, it is given. Nothing depreciates it.
It doesn't deplete.
No, it doesn't come down.
Wow.
They are, you see, that is their God-given authority. It has been given. That is why when we started, I said your parents were chosen.
Yes.
Your pastors are called.
Okay.
So when I am working to grow my anointing, my parents don't need to do that.
All right.
And that is why when the father curses you, you need to go call for elders to come and beg. You don't need a pastor to pray and break it.
I'm getting there. I was just about to ask you, in that case, can a man of God or a pastor revert a curse imposed on a child by the parent? Can the man of God revert it?
Yes, no.
Okay. That's
Okay.
great.
So the no aspect comes. You see, why do you want to be cursed by a father to go through catastrophe or deals before a man comes to reverse it?
Okay.
Now, throughout the Bible, from Genesis to the book of Revelation, it happened once.
Okay.
Reuben was cursed by the father, and then Moses came to cancel it.
Okay.
And look at the process Reuben went through. Look at the pain. You don't need to wait for the pain.
Okay.
And it happened only once, so it should tell you it is not something
It's
good.
not common.
Noah cursed the son by looking at his nakedness and started mocking the father and went about saying, "Mehumi papa, nakedness." You understand? And then Noah came out and said, "Who did this?" He said, "Your son." He said, I curse you."
Right.
And until then, until today, nobody could reverse it. So it tells you that in the authority of the father, when he curses you, it will be hard for a man of God to listen. When a man of God curses you, somebody with greater grace can
revert it.
But when the father curses you, you need elders to go and say, "Papa, ya paucho, facha yen." It tells you that fathers are powerful.
Okay, that's great. We've been centering on honoring our parents, but it appears it's about giving, it's about taking care and all that. This honoring parents, what a toy it is, and what are some of the things apart from giving indicate that one is honoring their parent?
Respect.
Okay, I'll be glad to know more.
Respect your parents. Listen to me. The pain they've gone through for you, they deserve to be respected.
Okay.
A lot of our young generation don't respect their parents. They talk to their mothers as if their parents are their house helps.
Yes.
It's like they don't have any value for the elderly people. So number one of the things you can do for your parents, for them to enjoy and for them to be able to bless you wholeheartedly, respect them.
Okay.
Number 2, honor them.
Okay.
See the way you go to church and you honor God and you respect God.
Yeah.
Give the same respect and honor to your parents.
Okay.
And number 3, keep checking on them all the time. One of the things every parent enjoy is to hear from the son and the daughter.
That.
My God.
Thank you.
My God. Whenever they hear from you, it's like, Nakuma Tony.
Yes,
sometimes when they call you and you are not picking, it's like, what is...
Exactly.
So apart from giving money, there are few things you can do to attract the attention of your parents.
Yes.
And makes them feel good.
Yes.
And they keep blessing you.
Yes. Reverend, you said that anything that is precious to you should be precious to your parents. If you're in a city and you are using iPhone, the same should be given to your parent.
If there is any other phone expensive than that, it must be given.
It should be that one.
Yes.
Even when they can't operate it.
Oh my God.
Tell me the notion behind that. We are
Listen
interested
to me.
in that.
Once you make your parents enjoy,
Yes.
sometimes we go to church to please God, and we believe that once we are able to please God, heaven will open.
Yes.
Once you please your parents, heaven will open.
Okay. It's just a principle.
Thank you.
Right.
So whatever you think you can use,
Yes.
that will make you feel good. Your parents deserve it. And then you said, even if they can operate it.
Yes.
At a certain stage and age in life, they may not even know the use of the phone. But once it is, highly, technology is good for them. Sometimes they look at the phone and just by the beauty of the phone, they go like, ajoanya mi shirao.
I know quiet.
Mi benyo nwanka. Mi phone mi bayo. It's not a blessing. Why do you want to buy banchi for your mother and say, we're 50 years, she doesn't know the use of WhatsApp? Why don't you have time to teach her technology? Have time.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So don't tell me that your pastor the near B, or so mommy the near B, whoever the near B, but your parents cannot control that iPhone or that Samsung.
Yes.
And because of that, you think it will be waste. Nothing is waste. Imagine if they said the school nobody is waste.
Also, in your opinion, the youth then and the youth today, with regards to honoring our parents, what's your take? How do you see us, the youth then and us today?
It's bad today.
It's bad today.
I look at
Why?
myself, I look at the generation coming, it's bad. Gone were those days that when you are talking to an elderly person, your hands is at your back.
Okay.
When you meet,
Yes.
Osha Chakrana Ushiana Utucheno.
Also, we'll be watching a video and come back shortly to continue with Reverend Daniel Donkoh. Please stay.
The promise of a long life is attached to the respect you give to your parents. In Donkoh those days, onam krom na wo sia pani a wo so ade a baabi a wo kɔ wo sign na wa gye ne nyoma na soa na ade akogya no wo ba ɔse wan na tete wo maame no wan wo papa no wan nyame hyira mi kɔ krom na mi sia pani a wo so ade a mi gyae na ma gye ne nyoma no na ma soa na ma gye ne bag na ma mi ni wo bonko me fie be mu na afiri wo papa no wan wo maame no wan Mr. Donkoh tell us moten Mr. Cortes o tan sa na yeko o hye no no sa menana nyame hyira wate onye okese wate sa ni o mani bi na ma yadu na ba bi ayadu ene fuai asu no twema o no say na bro na o so ni o masa tete no o se eche na o hye pani na wo bekia na no watu uche na do sa to achi ha na do sa to achi na watch ya da pacho good afternoon or afternoon at say there on show ho a okọ kakra na fe wahye enefo da bi nsane crown amma da afternoon okọ da afternoon o say at say na wunji acha mo simpentem na be ye bia na ko tufu se ba bia okọ ne ho nye na mafo de tie ye wu ntam se ye mbu pani tete no na wote basim na pani ewuro mu pa na city a wote so no wa sorry na wa so basim mu saa na pani na France pe o sa nyame hira wate ya tete ene ye nyina ye tuaka ye nyina ebegira ebe ye de na mu saa ebe ye de na mu ene sofo bi si wanya anointing o bompa ya ma papa panini o boss pani bu kotode pani mi si bu kotode anointing no tie anointing has no respect for the elderly people tie bu kotode pani we serious so anointing fianga oh the authority God has given to your biological parents cannot be touched by God. Even God will not touch it, but the anointing on your pastor can be taken by God. Listen, if how you are treating your father and mother is bad, you are sowing a seed that will be germinating very soon because your children will treat you the same. And you know, me can't say if you don't want your children to treat you bad, treat your parents well today. The promise.
Reverend Daniel Donkoh, and he's here with us in the studio. Please stick and stay, and let's continue our discussion with this great man of God. Reverend, you're back.
Yeah.
And everything we watch clearly indicates that things have changed.
Yes.
Please just finish on the youth then and the youth today for me.
Gone with those days. I remember one of my elder brother told me something. I was at the age of about I think about 19, 20 years.
Okay.
I went to the barbering shop, and then when I came, I had this boy. So my boy.
Minimal boy,
oh, be that.
Aye.
Good. Number one boy, ching. I felt good with it.
Yes.
Crashing. Our village. And then he sat with me and said, "Nana, you transit." So I said, "Unim baby." And you say in your chair, you mean what? I want to quote how he said it.
Okay.
He said, "Say a police for bar area. No more bad boys. Send your way you tree you to meet your friend. Because it is a sign so we are bad to do. It's why you true person why you ruffian what chauti when you're discipline. They think that we for no count until you here. Men power boy too. And from that day, that word he said to me sank into my spirit. From that day, me be team power boy.
Wow.
I'm not saying if you are power boy, how you bad, but what we are saying is that you are the picture of your future. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you're looking at the youth today and how they already throw crab basa no banana mama say now then why you think when him be here?
What Jim?
Yeah, can't send papa already watch it. Ma ye na him dey echo. Oh, are you sure? See, in their days, whatever they did was right. In your days, you may think it is right, but whatever experience they have been able to gather for years, if you are able to listen to them, you will live long.
Wow, Reverend, this is very educative.
Yes.
And describing the youth then and the youth now,
the
and
difference is too much.
Let me just ask you, in looking at today, 21st century, do you think that the society has failed in imbibing godly principles, instilling those values in the youth? Has society failed us?
Yes, I will say yes and a big yes, and I will say yes again. In fact, I will say yes and yes and yes.
All right.
But I will start from parents.
Okay.
You know, those days you can't get up and misbehave anyhow. You bet you what chiao. You know, those days, we have a frog was sweat dinner. Was sweat dinner. Will be mammy and then the papa. Will be mammy and the papa ate to me a bow Emma or papa no mammy. I remember. I send me any hope. Make that you. What boo we are. No, the woo coffee. Now papa crying o mammy. As I done as I said, yeah, there's a so boy yabano. And today we are saying that even in schools we shouldn't touch our children. So you look at the society, you look at the parents of today, and it's like me crocro, me person me bono. So yeah, the aburuchire subaya bagana. So the problem with our society is that we are not ready to discipline our children, and we think that if you do, then you are not a good parents.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
So the problem is that parents, most of them are failing us, and our society is not helping us as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it means that society is actually a contributing factor.
Yes.
To all that is happening now.
Yes.
All right. So tell us, as a country, how did we find ourselves here? You know, like you rightly said. So, how did we get ourselves here? What did we take for granted?
We became too familiar with our culture.
Okay.
We became too familiar with ourselves.
Okay.
And we became too content with ourselves. It's like, you know, those days we are there, another parents can rebuke you.
Okay.
Tell you, jai, at the end of the day, phone. Jai.
Oh.
But today, it's not like that.
Okay.
So for me, the problem with us is that we became too complacent with ourselves. That, what must say? To be by you, be by me by me, they are pen and be and that has been the problem. And that is why we are still going to church. We are listening to preaching, but we are not changing. Because once the home fails, the church sometimes is affected.
Okay. Also, just hold it right there. I can see and I can feel that people are itching to comment on this whole subject. And so please, you can call in and share your opinion with us. It's still time with Reverend Daniel Donkoh. So you can call 0302 770-222. I repeat, 0302 770-222, and share your opinions and your thoughts with us. Still with Reverend Daniel in the studio. So Reverend, we're coming back. In every society there are challenges, there are trials. What do you think is the main trial or challenge for the youth of today, considering how we are living our lives? What's our main problem?
Our main problem are from our parents.
Okay.
The kind of parents we have today. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Our parents feel like enibiaba, cement siauba, memboba, and they're saying,
okay.
And look, I always say this: if you meet any boy in town, any lady in town who is a liar, when children lie, look at their parents are liars.
Okay.
You understand? So once the home fails, the children go off.
All right, Reverend, hold it right there. We have a friend on the line. Please, you're welcome to the show. Your name and where you're calling from?
Please, my name is Mr. Tamaklo.
Mr. Tamaklo, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Great. Please, let's hear your name.
Okay, my name is Mr. Tamaklo. I'm calling from Tesano.
Okay.
Yes, and in fact, it's unfortunate I couldn't tune in earlier.
Okay.
But listening to this program, I don't know, I'm so much touched. It's very, very educative, and this will help with the young ones.
Okay.
And in fact, this has even caused me to just straight away visit my parents, have the time, all that you said. I'm touched. But unfortunately, I couldn't tune in early, so I will be very glad if I could get a video, like maybe an audio, maybe a playback or recording or something like that.
Okay.
So I can take my time again and then listen to it.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So, Mr. Tamaklo, if you're listening, there's a playback at 12 midnight. You can watch that one and get informed. Yeah, so we are still with Reverend Daniel here in the studio. Reverend, kind of message back could be.
Okay.
This is the minister of God that we need to hear from on radio. We in just say we a guy, ma.
Grace.
Grace. Right.
Grace.
Moving forward, Reverend. Show is that why do the youth of today shy away from this one is a bit different for mainstream employments. They think it's not rewarding enough, and so or are they losing their moral? You know,
that is a problem. You have already answered.
Got it.
Thank you.
Okay, so moving forward, what do we do as parents, as society, as government to make sure that at least you go back to those values that were making us live longer? Before you come in, so fancy also. Just hold on for me. A caller on the line. You welcome to the show. Please, let's hear you. Your name and where you calling from, please.
Thank you. I'm Stephen Adair, calling from Alfredo, small group.
All right. Please go ahead.
In fact, I thank God for I thank God for giving me the opportunity to listen to Pastor.
Okay.
But God bless you.
Okay.
He has touched me. The way that I can say, God bless him and bless him and let his anointing be very pleased.
Okay.
The person can say, I thought one thing I show from Ghana. Then you put over count, no customer, you correct. Now, I'll put Ghana.
Okay.
I thought one idea, and God receive bless you. And have the anointing.
Thank you. Thank you very much for blessing Reverend. Reverend, we pray it goes the same way. Let me just read this. I'm enjoying the conversation. May God continue to bless him. We really need this kind of pastor. Oh, Amen.
Amen.
So I was asking, what should we do as a people to imbibe and instill this kind of values that help us or our forefathers live longer?
Education is nothing.
All right, Reverend, I hope you don't mind. Forgive us. People are calling in. Hello, caller. You're welcome to the show. It's Breakfast on GTV. Please, let's hear you.
Hello.
Hi. Good morning. Good morning. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for bringing this wonderful man of God.
You're welcome.
What we got from him this morning, I'm very, very glad to listen to him this morning.
Okay.
What is helping me here is I was calling my family for them to turn their radio TV station to GTV.
Yes.
To get a wonderful day. But what is this? The network couldn't help me. I couldn't get them. That is what makes me worried. Because what I had from him, I hope everybody will be blessed.
Okay.
Because I am very, very glad to see him.
We thank God you're blessed. We thank God you're blessed. Please.
He is telling us the truth.
Yes, there'll be a repeat. Hello.
The motherland lovers will listening to him.
Okay.
And hello.
Okay. All right. All right. Yes. All right. Thank you very much for your thoughts and your comments. There will be a repeat at 12 midnight. So please call the family members. That's the best we can give you on GTV. So please stick and stay. Reverend Donkoh is still here. Also for like you can see and hear, people are just admiring you.
It's grace.
And another caller. Last question. All right, caller, you're welcome to the show.
Right, madam.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Thomas. I'm calling from Hapasney.
All right, let's hear you, Thomas.
Okay. In fact, I'm enjoying your program today.
Thank
this
you.
morning.
Thank you.
And the man of God is a truly man of God.
All right. Thank you. That's a confirmation there. Thank you very much for calling. There's a message here. Good morning. My name is Goswe. Please tell my daddy God bless him so much.
Amen. Amen.
Yes. Pastor Donkoh, God richly bless you and keep you and your family long. Continue to share with us these wonderful sermons. People are really happy. Like I said, maybe briefly on what we should do as a people to get back on track.
Like I said, education is nothing.
Okay.
Talent is worthless if you cannot think.
Okay.
No matter how educated you are, if you cannot use your brain, the education becomes nothing else. Okay. So what we're saying is that our generation must think. They must be thinkers.
Okay. So tell you, Mama, what? Rashida is calling from Tamale. Good morning, Rashida.
Please, I'm enjoying the show so much, and I like what the man of God is tackling on. You know, like I call him ignorant. He wouldn't know, but from the way he preaches, he has taught a whole lot of us. Especially we the youth. Me, for instance, I didn't know mothers were so much. They have so much impact on our life. But today I have learned a lot. And from now onwards, I will try to always check on my mother, try to please them so that my whole life will be blessed. Thank you, man of God. May God bless you.
All right. Thank you, Rashida. It means that you'll be an ambassador for GTV over there. Let everybody know that we have the best for you. Okay. Reverend.
So,
yes.
Yeah, so... the Abeni say, I mean, young friend, we need to use our head well.
Okay.
We need to respect our elders. There's no respect, whether a Christian or Muslim, your young generation, you share them and that is why sometimes you go to social media, and that is why the young generation we die anyhow, because they are always cursing us because we don't respect. So what we are saying is that if you respect your parents and people who are older than you, you live long, and you will enjoy success without sweat.
Okay. Also for fun, please, I want him for a friend. So please, can I get his contact? Oh, people, giddy. I'm sure you get it when you call later. All right. And so we've just been talking about our parents. You've been educating us. You've been inspiring us. Another caller from Asa. Mine say, hello and good morning.
Morning.
You're welcome to the show. Your name and where you're calling from? You're calling from Asa. Mine your name, please.
I'm David.
David, please go ahead.
Yeah. David.
Yes, David, please go ahead. We can hear you.
Yes. I just want to ask Pastor. Yeah, I want to ask a Pastor.
Okay.
Let's take it with the Mekechi.
Kechi, my.
I said, Udo Mami, open us him. Yeah, Mekechi. Udo Mami, for Mami Asempa. Usu Ucha, Umami Pawasem. Usu Umami Pawasem. But one thing, where who be some mammy say, Mammy, you wish Yama Consuoso, you shall be in him, and you know, Mammy, me who say one book to do. Say Ubon Payama, Umada, Adenti, or so on the umbrella and bon Payam many Piazza or Bren was all book to be. Sama Melo, DNS, Yaman.
So what?
Yeah, I would say. I don't think you don't need your mother to go to the mosque.
Okay.
To go to the church before God blesses you.
Okay.
You yourself, you need to work on yourself.
Okay.
You need to. That's why once you are growing, you need to be responsible.
Okay.
Okay. So if something is wrong with the family, what are you doing as a gentleman about it? Yourself. Don't blame your mother. Don't blame your parents.
All right.
You understand? But it looks like he's trying to say, no, you don't need it.
Okay.
Whether she's going from one church to the other or not, mosque or not, what you do is that you as a man work on yourself. Okay. And then number two, you don't need prayers for your life to become better.
Okay.
You need to become better by what your mother says over your life.
All right. So David, I'm sure you got that right. Yes, another caller. Good morning, caller. Your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your friend is Francis Mikasafia Fiena.
Yo, Francis Menkowai. Yes, you.
Pastor no managing home pa. It's say a pastor for you now to say and come my it's say in some okano. Pastor, managing home be Yamin Shiram. No man on one dinner and to me for educate you. Need to me share your man of Gwen. It's say see how mine you men found some cabo free. Many way a man of friend in say Obiana man your pen and oh ye. And then why or my way into me and Cosrono. Since some more can see a now obey even 10 crowd Dana, go mine be. Think I mean, Shirano, not to me.
Yo, Francis, that's the baby, also I mean, Shirao. Not managing baby, I get even baby, I fear in your Krumo. Am I? What's it? Yeah, that's the sir of Ray, yes, for with you. Baby, Wamo.
Yami?
Yami, the Yankopo asset. The Yankopo asset. And tonight, about honoring our parents, and then number 4 and then Tetsanieti. I send Pahana with you, we are catching and say, Yanye, never boy. I said, as some person be the we are ever boy and say, don't think that going to church will change your destiny. Okay.
Don't think that going to mosque will make you better.
Okay.
You know, when you read the Quran, you read the Bible, Hindu, whatever, the Bible, they all say the same thing. Honor your parents and you live long.
Okay.
And so what I want to say is this: even if you go to church to give all the offering, the mosque to do all the good, and you don't respect your parents,
okay,
success will be hard for you. And when we talk about success, we are not talking about money. We are talking about longevity. We are talking about God opening doors. We are talking about many things. So what we want to say is this simple: don't serve God with hypocrisy.
Okay.
Don't go to church and yet you don't treat your parents, and those who are older than you, you don't respect them. Respect, treat your parents well, give them the due respect, the honor, and then that's all.
Okay. Okay, so for people are waiting for your contact number. How did they get in touch with you? Please put it.
You can go to Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, Daniel Y Donkoh.
Daniel Y
Donkoh, but the Donkoh ends with H, not R.
Okay.
So you can go to Facebook, Daniel Y Donkoh, or DY Donkoh.
Okay.
You get me on Facebook,
okay,
and then you can also WhatsApp me. Please don't call. WhatsApp me.
Hey.
No calls. WhatsApp, yes, no calls. Okay. The pressure.
Yes.
I may not be able to carry it.
We understand.
Yes, already. So you can WhatsApp me on 0244
okay,
51 55
okay,
44.
Please repeat that.
0244 51 55
okay,
44.
Okay.
Whatever was WhatsApp, I'm going to reply it myself.
Okay.
So I'll see it, and then anybody who needs videos of whatever we are doing, I mean, I'll send it to you.
Oh, Reverend, thanks so
I'll
much.
for that.
It's been awesome having you. Hosting you is a blessing. On behalf of the team, we want to say a big thank you to you for passing by. I hope to see you again. All right, it has been up close with Reverend Daniel Donkoh of Royal Believers Ministry. We've been talking about children honoring their parents. You know why? If you really desire, if you hope and wish to live long enough on this earth, then the basic requirement is to honor your parents, and you can be assured that with long life the Lord will satisfy you. My name is Juliana Mwakuchum. We are still at the breakfast table on GTV. Don't go away. Just Sapo is standing by to serve you with more. We are out, but stay. Judge is coming. Thank you for
promise of a long life is attached to the respect you give to your parents. In those days, Onam Krom, now we see a penny I was soon there. Baby, I walk sign. Now I